Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
We were just talking about 7 Days to Die and the Fallout mod.
And the comments on the Fallout mod video, the finale.
Everyone was so happy with it.
Well, not. I mean, some people were.
I'm sure they
Some people were like, "Ugh, glad this crap's
really?
over."
Oh, were they?
Like me. That was my comment. I enjoyed the finale, by the way. Just to put that out there, I quite enjoyed it.
The last 5 or 10 minutes are pretty
Great.
awesome.
Yeah, the episode itself is wonderful. There were a lot of people that are very upset that the show or the Fallout series is ending, and I feel this way. Like I feel like it ended too early. Like we didn't even get a full set of power armor.
Right.
They're like things like that. But Jack, who was editing the show, he wanted to jump off of it to do Elden Ring, and since 1.0 is out, we want to eventually go back to the Fallout mod when it's got a 1.0. So what?
I don't know if we do.
Oh yeah, well,
I will.
I do too. And
not excited about it.
We're a we.
I'm on the fence, and when it
Really?
comes back, yes.
Okay, why?
Because it'll be 10 more months until we can unlock Red Tea.
Yeah,
If that was
it is a
fixed.
slower grind.
Okay.
But I don't mind a slower grind. Neebs wants it all right away.
I'm no,
No, I
that's
don't.
not what I'm
No,
saying.
he
I don't
doesn't.
want to play for a year and still have like basic tools.
it better when you do get it.
You didn't let me answer why. For
Go
me,
ahead, Riley.
It's similar.
Yeah.
But it's like it's overload with items.
Okay.
It's just fucking overload. How much ammo did we have for things
That we
don't
couldn't
even
use.
know what to
Yeah,
use?
because we didn't have the guns yet.
And
That's
what
the other
Astro
thing.
was just arguing is always my stance, and he's always the opposite. Like he doesn't want to wait for a dino to tame.
That's
He
interesting.
doesn't want to work his way up.
Oh
the-
God! Well, I don't. I'll
But
wait
in
for
that
a
episode,
I will wait
that
for a
season-
dino to tame if it takes 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
4
what
hours,
makes it worth it.
4 hours to sit there.
You gotta
No, Ark's not worth it because
Come
you
on
tame the
now.
dino and then it just gets killed by something an hour later.
Come on
It was
now.
gone.
We could all agree 10 minutes or 15 minutes. We even agreed as a group.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was like 15 minutes would be fine, but we think that 30 minutes is excessive.
It's starting to push it.
You know,
And then in
so-
Ark, you're just going to lose it to some bullshit anyway.
I like the
See,
balance,
If
too.
you unlock it when you unlock it in 7 days, guess what? You get to keep that. That's yours now.
Maybe.
You get to make red tea for the rest of that.
there is a happy medium though. I know, like
I like
kinda
games to
used
be a challenge.
Yeah, a challenge, but not stupidly, in your opinion. At least
I mean,
in that thing.
that's why I like Ark so much, because when you first jump in Ark, you might get killed by a raptor 50 times before you make any progress, and I like that challenge.
But the red tea thing should be able to get addressed. You could probably do these things just a little bit quicker. Still have it.
Yeah.
harder.
Listen, for me, it's
You
not
can
just
adjust it.
progression. I mean, I'm mostly farming, so I got crap weapons. You guys have way better weapons than I have.
Not really.
But, I mean, yeah, you had a stunt baton or something. I'm walking around with a pipe baton.
But you could find that shit. Like I only ever find the stuff that I do because you're not looking. You're just farming.
Farming mostly.
Woe is Neebs.
Yep.
I got a couple other
I'm just
gripes.
a lowly farmer.
These are very specific ones. I was very excited to shoot that bowling ball when we.
Oh, yeah. No, some of those,
Yeah.
some of the, like the nuke.
But
That was trash.
that's where I was going with number 2.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Yes,
It
I
is.
agree. I'm with you on that.
It was a
it's
nuke.
Yeah, it's a mini nuke. It should do way more damage than what it did.
Change the name of it to a mediocre projectile bomb.
Yeah, and that should be hard to get. It should be way harder to get.
It should be.
And then, like, what the damage it does should be insane.
Right.
But, I mean, I get it. I guess, maybe there's that balance of, like, okay, how big can we make it before we crash the fucking,
I suppose.
Right.
fucking
Change the
game?
name of the weapon. They can't do a nuke.
Yeah,
It's obvious.
don't say nuke.
If we came back and we could have some of the abilities that we left with, that would make sense and then make.
I think that's what kind of Jack wanted to do. If we ever do come back, like we have a blimp, even though like it's out of gas.
we can make red tea.
Yes, we can make
Wouldn't
red
we
tea.
just jump right into the same server and just pick it up?
No, we'd
I
have
don't,
to.
I don't think
I don't
it'll
think it'll
upgrade
work
from
that way.
1.0 like that.
No, not to 1.0.
We'll
just,
go to 1.0.
Just the exact. Oh, you're saying take it 1.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, we
Right.
would want to take it to the next iteration.
Yeah, there's a couple other things I don't know. It wasn't I wasn't making a decision not to like it. I just when we jump into that game, I was having less fun than all of our other series.
I'm with you.
But some of the things are like I don't love the look of it. It just feels
The
dreary
drabness,
all
yeah.
the time. And I don't know, it just feels a little weird. And this was our decision, but I love having a horde every 7 days. I like anticipating it, preparing for it. And the random hordes was I like that we did something different, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad to be back too.
Yeah.
Let's
got it.
prep for a horde.
And I loved it. I understand why you guys don't like it, but yeah, I love the extra complexity because maybe with Darkness Falls, like vanilla 7 days is still good. I still love it, but like I've come to know everything there, and so like, oh, I want more now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm there. So yeah, Fallout gave me that. It's like, okay, there's a lot more here. There's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more things to craft.
Yeah.
You don't
A
like
lot more
complexity in
enemies.
art.
Say what?
You don't like complexity in art.
Oh, it's because art's bullshit.
Is it?
Yes.
Or is it you just biased?
No, it's bullshit.
So you don't want to
There's
make a
too many-
cake. You don't want to go out and get
I died
this-
walking down a river the other day, Neebs. I was walking down a river and just died.
Well, that was a glitchy thing.
Yeah.
That
This is
wasn't.
bullshit.
Oh, so yeah, I was about to say you can die in a river very easily.
Well, he got like stuck on a tree or something.
I
and
got
you-
stuck on a branch. It just died.
And then he chopped the branch and he died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was that.
That's not normal.
All right, but that's game stuff.
Right.
You had other beef. Didn't you have some 7 days beef recently?
No, not really. It was
No, you were pissed.
talking
Don't
trash?
try to soft
Talking
serve
trash
this.
to other
Well,
YouTubers.
there's another 7 Days to Die creator named Ja Woodle said on Twitter something like, friends don't let friends use stun batons. And as someone that means like an intelligence build in 7 days, I'm like, motherfucker, who do you think you are?
Did he say that because it's too easy?
Maybe. I
Because
don't
you
know.
just shock them and they don't.
Oh, I
fight
love
back?
it. But yeah, that's part of the stress. Like you get attacked by 5 zombies. It's like, okay, like which ones am I going to, which ones am I going to stun?
Okay.
Which
so,
ones am I going to let come on.
so was his point like be a little riskier and
I don't know.
try
I
a
didn't,
different
read, I
weapon?
didn't read past this first sentence.
He just got
He
pissed.
said that, and I'm like, no way.
So
Stun batons are great.
Couldn't you like go right back to where you made that post and look and see if there was a comment made on
I mean,
that?
probably.
Very easily.
Take a
Well,
look.
we're doing a
Yeah,
podcast
all right, yeah, I'll do it.
about
I'll
it.
do it.
Why
Let me
wouldn't
look.
you?
Yeah, you
I hope he came back at you.
He
Right?
probably
Wouldn't
did.
that be nice?
Yeah.
It's like I probably could.
God, I
Well,
feel like
that's not
yeah.
relevant, is it?
I hope he insults your mom.
yeah,
Wouldn't that be
that'd be
nice?
fun.
Yeah.
I'm not on Twitter as much anymore. Like I feel like it's like it followed suit with Facebook. Like Facebook used to be cool and then got way too political, and now that's Twitter now.
Gotcha.
It's like as soon as you hop on Twitter, you see a bunch of bullshit. You're like, oh, I'm
Yep.
done.
Man, I am excited for October because we got Halloween coming up, and I know what's going to be in my corner, and that's Liquid IV. I'm going to be drinking alcohol. I know that's going to dehydrate me. And while I'm drinking alcohol, I'm going to be doing Liquid IV next day too. And I suggest you make sure you're at your best with Liquid IV's new hydration multiplier and immune support mango passion fruit. With 5 times the daily value of vitamin C and 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, you can give your body the immune support it needs while treating yourself to a taste of the tropics. Liquid IV, your all-in-one hydration and immune support for everyday wellness, vitality, and rehydration. Just tear, pour, and live more. 1 stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So support everyday wellness with Liquid IV and get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Neebs at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Neebs at liquidiv.com.
Yeah. After this or whatever he's looking up, I'm gonna share a 7 day story with you guys.
Oh, is this something that you would share around the campfire?
Yeah.
You should save it till we go camping next summer.
No.
Maybe I'll add some crackle and fire and like.
Some spooky.
Yeah, around
Is
the
it a
campfire
spooky
with
thing?
Drowlies.
It was a night of horror.
Are you
Now I'm looking
serious?
forward to it.
Yeah.
There you
exactly.
go. This is fun.
No, let's,
Okay.
let's
There's gonna be a fire there, right?
Get ready
Simon?
to get flagged with Artlist's music.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
can't
love
wait.
flagging us,
They
even
do.
though we
They really
subscribe.
do. Yeah. Like wonderful.
All right,
almost weekly.
he just responded with a gif of people having an intervention, and it just says, "I think it's time."
That's a good response.
See?
That's a
Yeah.
good
It is a good
response.
response. Okay, I'm glad I asked.
We still don't know
Well,
exactly
you should
why.
respond back with, "Your mom's a whore,"
Tell
Yeah,
her,
it
or
seems-
you can stop whenever you want.
and that's only if she's alive.
Yeah.
Now I'm not responding now. This was like fucking days ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
If she's dead, she's a prude.
I know. Me, I'm like so old that even if like it's like 5 days later, I'm like, "Oh, you responded, huh?" I'll
Yeah.
write back.
I think we should respond next year.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like a
On
photo
the
in 3
anniversary.
years.
Oh, yeah. There you go. The anniversary of the comment. I waited a year to talk back to you about this.
Moment of silence. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Yes. Shall I?
Is it campfire time?
Oh, campfire time.
All right.
Everybody get cozy.
All right, what you got?
All right, so I jump into my own 7 days 1.0 game every now and then since 1.0 came out. So I'll kill some time with that. But this particular session was curious. So it was night 50, right? So I had just done the night 49 Horde night.
All right.
The night prior, and it was fine. I've got a nice little base that's pretty self-sufficient, and it can hold
Night
off pretty much
49?
everything.
You're on night 49?
Yeah, I've got a few
Okay.
games, and there's some, like throw it on late night, get a night or two or a day or two in, whatever. So anyway, so we're on day 50. That night I decide to do a restore power, and I think it's tier 4.
Oh
so,
yeah.
So no joke.
That's when
right?
they get fun.
Fun stuff. Get through it. Or wait, shit. I wish I had the details. It was a late, or my mission started. It wasn't a restore power. It was a tier 4 of a different sort, but it went past 2200, right?
Okay.
But I still finished it, and it was like a good, sloppy, spooky run of a mission, of a quest. So I'm on my motorcycle, just heading back to the trader to wait for Trader Jen to open up at 0400. So there's no threats from the quest or anything. I'm just on my motorcycle that has the speed boost mod on it and the gas saver mod, so it's good to go. The birds that started coming were a little excessive. I think I had like 6 on me, and I couldn't outrun them. So I had to jump off my bike and like take out these giant birds, right? And I'm thinking maybe this is kind of a freak.
Giant birds.
Like they are bigger zombie birds than we're used to, and they're
think
spitting
I've
and
seen
stuff
that.
like that. They're just a little bit bigger.
I've seen them.
The spitty ones, yes.
The spitty ones.
I didn't know they were bigger.
Yeah, so I'm getting spat on my bike and all that stuff. I take those guys out, get back on the bike, and shortly after, maybe another 5 or 6, they just start building up. When I ignore them, they just are coming more at me, more of them. And at this point, I'm getting close to Jen, right? And I hop off my bike to deal with them right outside of Jen's fence. It's probably 2 in the morning, maybe 1, something like that. And all these fucking zombies, this is night 50, all these zombies, like radiated and horrible ones, just started coming from everywhere like it was a fucking horde night. It was not a horde night.
Right there in Jen's place.
Yeah, right out in front of Jen's. And then birds as well. And it was overload. And I got on my bike. I was trying to get away. I couldn't. The birds wouldn't let me. And I was fighting my ass off. And I died. Right? And I was like, what the fuck was that?
And then you lost
Like-
the mission.
No, I didn't. Interestingly, I finished the mission. When I jumped back in, because I quit the game after that. After I died, I quit. When I jumped back in, I'm out in front
you
of
rage
Jen's.
quit?
They started coming again. The zombies started coming again, and the birds and shit like that. And I got on my bike, and I just was like, I'll drive to my home, which is a little ways away. And I died right outside of my home because everything just kept coming at me. I felt like it was this an interesting like night 50 thing they have in the game now, but I looked online, it didn't sound like anyone else had that issue. But and then when it was 400, after I respawned there, I was good to go. Like nothing was coming at me anymore, but it was just so much.
Now wait a minute.
Yep.
You were doing a mission.
No, I finished the mission. I just didn't turn it
Don't
in.
you have to? Yeah, but you have to turn it in, right?
It allowed me to still turn it in.
Absolutely. He's supposed to turn it in
You said it allowed him to turn it in, right?
Yeah, it still allowed me to.
You don't have to turn
after
it in.
dying
After dying, it allowed me to.
twice.
I don't know if something went wrong, but it allowed me to.
I don't think I've ever died and been able to finish a mission.
I think it's okay if you. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because he had.
I think it's because he did it and he's left the POI.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like so the mission's technically done. Like you,
Why
like
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it kept
Like-
it up
Like it was
There-
probably what, like was it a search, and did you have like stuff in your inventory?
It was
Retrieve and-
it might have been a clear. I don't remember the specifics on
So
that.
you don't know if it was a fetch, right?
Right.
But,
But you completed it.
completed
at
it
the POI.
and very much left the POI.
I always thought if you died before you went
I did
trader,
too.
you-
Yeah,
At
I
least
was
the
I was
fetch part.
afraid that I was not going to be able to get my reward, but I was able to. Anyway, it was a weird night of it throwing everything at me as if it was.
like a horde night. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
But
was like,
wonder why.
because it was
There's no
night 50, I
screamer?
was like, no.
What'd you learn from this?
The game scares me even more. Like
Okay.
it was such a weird random thing.
Sometimes
And
you
to
might
be
have a random horde.
alone, you know,
Did you feel like maybe you should build something for a situation like that in the future?
where do you build it?
Well, you build like a series of things that you drive through that could, with spikes on it, that the birds could run
Well,
into.
then you'd hope that you were anywhere near what you built when
Well,
it
you just-
happens.
Or do you just go to your horde base?
Well, that's what I did after my first death.
Oh, and then they still
It killed me right as I got to my horde base.
right as you got there, but you didn't get in it. So
Yeah, right. I
You
couldn't.
don't think a spike tunnel that you could drive your bike
Yeah, but
through
I'm
would be fun
saying
to
if
have?
this hits you randomly on night
fun.
62 and you're nowhere near the tunnel you made,
Okay, don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean,
That
it almost sounds
like-
like, some sort of glitch.
well, what are the odds you're going to be by what you built?
How long would it take you to build a spike tunnel that you could drive your bike through and kill some birds?
have you ever built
What
a
are you-
spike tunnel?
Just build like a little
No, I know.
archway, put some spikes
You're
on
not
top of
answering my question, Neebs.
Which
What
is?
if you're nowhere near the spike tunnel you built
it. You
when it
build
happens?
a series of them in all the places you go to all the time.
Well, but that
Spike
changes.
tunnel.
It's a big world.
Okay, I like your idea better. Just let it happen again.
I don't have a choice.
Glad you're not governor.
Oh my god, you sound so
I
dumb.
don't see any reason to reinforce these dams or build retention ponds.
I don't even. I can't talk to this guy.
This has been fun.
Busy mornings or late nights working through your lunch? Sound familiar? Life doesn't always leave room for a balanced meal, and that's where Huel comes in. And this podcast is sponsored by Huel, spelled Huel, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand. And it gives you a complete meal in seconds. Just grab, sip, and go, and you'll have no more skip meals or unfulfilled snacks. Huel makes it easy with nutrition that fits into your life, and you could try it with their exclusive offer to you with 15% off when you use code Neebs15 at Huel.com. Huel has all the nutrients you need to thrive, along with 27 vitamins and minerals, which gives you a complete meal. I've been hooked on the Black Edition, vanilla, and chocolate, so really, either one. They taste great. So with no prep and no cooking, say goodbye to getting hangry and unsatisfying snacks and just grab a Huel instead. So take the leap and join the community of Hooligans with this exclusive offer of 15% off with the code Neebs15 at Huel.com. That's 15% off with code Neebs15 at Huel.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Can you make a tunnel out of spikes without making, like, actually form the spikes kind of around
I don't
into
think-
that?
Can you place a spike above like a roof?
Not
I know
a
you can
roof.
stack them on top of
That's
each
what I'm
other.
talking about. In
Yeah.
a circular motion
Yeah,
that could
I was just
become
saying
that and
build
then
a
run
build a
through it.
hallway and put spikes on top of it.
But what if
and you-
zombies are following you in the middle? You want them to also, like, hopefully stagger and hit
This would
into
be
the
driving down
spikes.
the highway.
I know, but you could do it too. Listen, I'm just improving
Every
upon your
highway.
idea.
Neebs
Oh, everyone, because you-
suggests
It's a
making
prototype.
one on
It
every
can happen
highway in the
anywhere.
game.
It's like a rest stop. It's just like a little spike stop.
Yeah, so
But
you
you
got to
gotta
make
do
about
that
50 of them.
50,
It's called
1,000
infrastructure.
Of them, 1,000 of them
Yeah.
in that world.
Yeah, that just I know it sounds like what that was a glitch, but that could be a fun like mission type in 7 days where instead of getting supplies, you get something that's just attracts zombies and they don't stop coming after you until you get that back to Trader.
I thought I'd be safe by gens or like because it wasn't too far from, I mean, it wasn't crazy far from where I did the mission and stuff like that. It was just like, okay, it was a weird thing when I went through the wasteland, all these birds and stuff. But then when they started coming out, when the zombies started coming out of the woodwork, it's like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
happening right now?
Man, you need a vehicle with like a sidecar or like the passengers need to be able to shoot.
That'd be great.
yeah.
yeah.
And I was alone now.
It's like, yeah, now you got birds chasing you, and yeah, the passengers are just.
Now, that could be fun.
Mutated bird seed or something. Like, yeah, you got to pick up something crazy that just attracts a ton of birds.
Has 7 Days ever had that?
What?
Like a gunner seat?
I don't think so.
That would be amazing.
Because you can't
That would
shoot.
be so great.
Yeah.
And you would think, I know we're not game developers, but
Yeah.
come on now.
What if
They've
there
done
were
some pretty
hordes?
amazing
Come on
things.
now. Let me
What if,
shoot.
what if there were hordes that you couldn't stay in a base? They would just overtake you and you had to be moving. And you got to build your vehicle up,
Yeah.
load it
yeah.
full of ammo, and they're just chasing you the whole night.
So that would be, it could also be its own game.
Yeah.
7 days road trip.
I think I told you guys, like, and we should try this sometime, the nomadic mod.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast.
I don't know if you have, but you
Yeah.
told us about it.
Was that a real mod or a mod you wanted to make up?
No, it's a real mod.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mod that basically it mods in like an RV. And with this RV, you can install the forge, you can install the workbench, you can install everything you need at a base, storage, all that's just in the RV. And then so you just stay mobile all the time.
No, that would be great. If we would have talked about that beforehand, I would have said that should have been the title of the podcast.
And we might as well be a band while we're at it.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
the road.
that's a fun idea. Road trip.
Yep.
Can we
We
have a
got gigs.
Scooby-Doo version
Yeah.
too? Can we
But
do
I could
that?
see that being a
Sure.
series sometime.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
Fuck
like,
yeah.
it's like the RV series, like a
Hell
short
yeah.
run. It's like, yeah, we live in an RV. We
Yep. We got groupie zombies.
got to pimp that out. I guess
that'd be
with like
wonderful.
7 days, you know every 7 days you just got to pick a POI and go like, this is what we're reinforcing for the next 2 days.
We should get the rights to How They Roll.
All right, let's stop singing it.
Yeah, stop.
There's another game. It's a little more cartoony, but Zombiercer. You ever played that game?
I have not. What's Zombiercer about?
It's like,
In a train?
yeah. You upgrade your train. I think you can
Oh.
even add cars and build sleeper rooms and rooms that you build in.
And
That's
what?
a good
and zombies
concept.
are attacking you?
Yeah,
on a
you're in
train?
this zombie world, and you kind of at one point you leave your town and go to the next town. And I played it a long time ago,
Okay.
so I don't know how it's changed, but
Town to town.
it was fun.
That's cool.
is it multiplayer or is it a solo?
It was solo when
Okay.
I played it. I don't know if it's changed, but
Zombiercer.
Zombiercer. Check it out.
All right. Might be one for the dumpster. Simon.
I want to look up Zombiercer and see if it's now multi. It's not Zombiercer 2.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
The zombies seem like their heads are a little big, and they're like 3D, but they're kind of cartoony. They're a little more.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Funny
right
looking.
now on Steam.
Okay, you're already on it. Now,
Early access came out. It's still in early access. Came out in 2020.
I think it's maybe a one-man operation, but
Yeah.
is that what you see in
Must
there?
help.
Absro, not multi.
I don't see. It doesn't look like it's multiplayer. But yeah, it's a good concept for
Yeah.
zombie base building
I
game.
love that idea.
Yeah.
Back on the RV thing, you might not have the answer. This is a two-part thing here. Can you have other vehicles? Like, can you have like 4 bikes on the RV?
That I don't know.
That'd be nice if you could, like,
Stack
park
it
the
up.
RV,
Yep.
jump on a bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just to like break off for quickness, so you don't have to drive the RV absolutely everywhere. But another thing we've never talked about would be kind of cool if you could have on the RV, and they don't have it in the game, but and I know you'd be limited to like rivers and stuff, but wouldn't it be cool to have like a little boat, a raft?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you're not going to use it all the time, but like if you have to get up the river for a
I
place.
mean, even a canoe would be a start, just so you got to cross a lake.
yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. And
because
which-
swimming sucks, and
It does. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous. It made me think of the Salt Flats. I was seeing something on that. Have you ever been to the Salt Flats in Utah?
Have I been to the Salt Flats in Utah? No.
Oh, okay. I just happened to see a really pretty picture, and it had to do with kayaks and canoes, and
On the salt.
it made me think of
On
you
the
on the
Salt?
Salt Flats, because the Salt Flats they have there was like a waterway.
Oh, really?
And people, and it looked like it was something out of wait. This doesn't even look real, but apparently it's real.
Hmm.
And it's like and there's a big mountain way in the distance, and it looks like it's such a narrow, clear, and not very deep. It's probably
Yeah.
like
I
a
didn't see
foot
water,
deep.
but I did see. When I was in Utah, I did see some salt flats.
Okay, yeah. There
Yeah.
was this, I guess, a river that goes through it. That's very thin.
No, it was crazy. Like the place I was in, just the history of it. Like you had to know how to like these little watering holes. You had to bounce to. Like if you didn't
okay.
know where those watering holes are, and you tried to like cross that desert, you were going to die. So yeah, it was like just it must have been interesting back in the day. Like just
unless you had
discovering
water.
that. God.
I'll show
Oh
a
yeah,
picture
that's
of
a pretty
that.
picture.
That was me after I saw another picture. I started looking like, where is this? Because I'm like, man, that'd be nice to. I'd love to go to some place like that for a.
That's beautiful.
Go kayaking?
Look
Yeah, kayaking
real.
down a river like that? Yeah, the place I saw looked like both sides of that river, just white, just
Yeah.
salt.
Yeah,
But
which
yeah,
doesn't
didn't-
really seem that pretty. And maybe even after about like I saw some guys. I looked at a video too. That driving in from out of nowhere. They got this truck or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know how much I love the desert.
Oh.
I'm there.
right, yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, we were talking about
Boats in
boats.
Boats in 7
days.
Yeah.
Kayaks.
Yeah, kayaks. Yeah, a little tactical
Yeah, it'd be great if
rafts.
you had a little base by the lake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just a way to get from like
just
across
the lake or
yeah.
up the stream or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be a big change for 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could build on your build on a raft and make it a little horde base.
Yeah, it'd be neat. Anyway, wonder if any of the mods out there have any water vehicles of any sort.
Probably.
Are there any snake mods?
I say keep the snakes like
I
they
never want
are.
to see. Yeah, I never want to see the snakes change.
I kind of want to see the snakes change to something absolutely ridiculous.
If anything, they should bring it back to OG, like the very first looking snake they ever made in the game. Like
I thought
Alpha.
it was that one still.
They haven't changed it.
It really comes across that way,
It
doesn't
does. That really did. I don't know.
Stupid.
I'm
ass
looking forward. I don't know when this podcast comes out, but yeah.
Yeah, like a week and 2 days.
So we will have not seen the 7 days, guys.
Not yet. Shortly
Fun times.
after.
So hopefully we'll talk snakes when we're there.
I hope we do.
I'm sure it'll come up.
Oh, I should I should get a T-shirt made that just has a picture of a 7 days snake on it. That's all.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
And
hilarious.
it's be so easy to do, too.
I know.
You could just have 7 days, and the S is one of the snakes.
But it doesn't even look like an S.
Right.
Looks like a straight line with a.
Well, curves. Doesn't
Very-
it when,
very-
when it
very
does
little.
the bite? Okay, I just
Oh,
noticed how shitty
Just
it
a
looks.
straight snake.
I thought
getting-
Well, when you kill it, it
I
does
know,
the
it,
thing.
It does the thing. Yes, when you kill it,
Yeah.
it does the thing.
okay.
So a dead snake could work.
Yeah. You know what? When today, for those of you listening, Mario Party Jamboree just dropped today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
How
is that-
excited is everyone?
Is that like the next
The new one.
sequel? Okay,
It's the new one.
So it's not Mario
They've
Party
made-
10, 11, like whatever number.
No,
they
they just
are.
call it
They're just-
Jamboree, and I'm starting to wonder if they're gonna have this like how Mario Kart became like the last one they made, and they just add to that
Right.
because this one starts with 7 boards. One of them's like a Mario Kart board where you're like whipping around in carts
Ooh, all
over
right.
the board, but and then
Fun.
I think 2 of the 7 are like old boards, but still.
So
Very
this is
excited.
the game we played on the stream,
Yeah,
right?
you guys hate it.
Where you have to go around the boards and get.
Yeah, it's a board game, but you play mini games.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we
I
didn't hate
hated
it. We had fun.
Oh, I think I hated
I
it.
don't know
I
if
think
you
I was
guys
really
liked
good
it.
at it.
Yeah, sounded like you guys didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I think I really, really disliked it.
I remember winning, I think.
But I
Yeah.
wouldn't want
It's
to. What
Mario
is for
Kart.
me?
Or
Like
Mario
I
Party.
didn't want
Mario
to
Party,
play
yeah.
it, but there are plenty of things I do like to play.
Yeah. No, my girl and I played all the time, so we're very excited about this new one.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks so much.
Also, I've been curious. Did you take your dog, Emily, to the Frisbee thing?
Sure did.
It
was a competition,
Good
right?
update.
It was.
Okay.
Shit.
All right,
Here we
hold
go
on.
again.
Shh.
Start that crackling fire again.
Crackle fire.
Okay, Simon was there, so he's going to the bathroom. Simon came there with his daughter as Tekia showed up.
And Poppy was not in the competition.
Poppy was not in the competition. Beautiful day, and Emily's babysitter and her husband showed up too. So I had a little group, and saw another friend, Greg, there with his little dog. But anyway, a bunch of dogs entered. A lot of Australian. What are those dogs?
Australian Bulldogs.
Yeah, Australian bulldogs. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shepherd. Australian Shepherd.
Yeah. A bunch of those.
Or the blue.
There were some of those.
Yep.
Yeah, but a good amount entered. And so I get there, and for those, I had to use this particular type of disc called a Hyperflight for this, and it's weird that they were so specific, but because it's a competition that there weren't like cash prizes or anything. I guess they gave prizes to the top 3, but I don't even know what they were. There was no entry fee or anything like that, so it wasn't like a huge deal.
This was a fundraiser, right?
No, it's called Bark in the Park. They've been doing it for 29
Oh, it's
years.
just a get
apparently.
together. It's not like
There's the Frisbee competition, and there's a costume contest. We didn't enter the costume contest.
Gotcha.
So
It's just come out with your dogs and have fun.
yeah. So I registered Emily a few weeks back, and I get there and sign up or check in, and they gave me the disc. The 3 Hyperflight Frisbees that I was like training Emily with were significantly like a little bit heavier. This was like probably the bottom of the line, the cheap, light plastic.
Why do they care what kind of frisbee you use?
Dude, really cheap because it
There's
has
no prize, no entry fee.
but there is definitely
There was a couple prizes, but I don't know what they were.
Whatever.
there is definitely going to be a advantage to having a better frisbee. The shitty frisbee that they were making you throw, that's a hard frisbee to throw. As
And I
opposed
was
to
not
a good frisbee where I'd have no problem throwing straight and far, where this one would be a challenge. You really got to be pretty particular.
And there were some
that's
good
why.
throwers there for sure.
And it was
I
a distance
I
thing.
shanked my first couple, and I had 2 60-second rounds. First couple, they kind of went off to the side, and Emily couldn't get it because it was already in the ground too soon. Then I had a couple good throws with her that were decent distance and stuff like that, but I couldn't keep it consistent. So it was my fault. I know I could get in the top 3 with her. But like that disc went to this like little practice field across the way, and I was practicing with her for about 20 minutes and stuff like that. And in those 20 minutes, I showed Simon the disc. She had it so chewed up, like her teeth had gone through in some spots. It was that cheap of plastic.
It was really a shit. Like, I really was surprised.
They should just
But it
let
makes
you
sense
use
that
what
they
you're
would
used
get-
to using.
I would have loved that.
Right.
Oh.
Let it be approved or whatever it is, and say, yeah, you can use that or whatever.
I
but-
feel like they just get a bunch of these discs for free from Hyperflight for who the fuck knows. Anyway, it was fun. Still had a good time. It was, Emily was great with all those other dogs. Usually she'd be barking, but she wasn't. It was
She
it was
was
cool.
great.
It was a beautiful day, and it's like it was accuracy and distance, so it looked like kind of like a mini football field with lines all boxed in, but lines for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards, I believe. So it's like depending on where the dog landed, there's a certain points you get for the distance, and if the dog caught the disc with all 4 paws off the ground, an extra half a point for that. So I was just sent today what my points were, because they just said the points of the top 3. Then.
Okay.
But the dog that got first place was really good.
Were they the ones that were like right next to us?
Nope.
They were in the top 3 probably. Oh, maybe not.
I don't think they were. I don't know. Oh boy, here's my score. Oh.
Have you looked at your score before?
No.
This is the first time looking.
Yeah.
So as a watcher, the first round, one of the throws, I want to say, looked like it was 40 yards or so. Like it was like a good throw.
I had a
where
good
like,
throw
man,
that she got.
the second round, I want to say you had at least 3 good throws.
I think 2. But first round, I guess I got 5.5 points, and second round
You
I
got to
got
give us some
6.5.
Yeah.
reference. Like what's
I don't know
yeah.
what to
What
say.
No,
first
the
place
reference
get?
is the first. What are the
Only
third
that
place?
long one. I got a 5.5 on 1 throw of my 4 throws the first round.
These numbers mean nothing to
Okay,
people.
I'm
so
telling
that's
you.
10. Hold on. We're
3
gonna
of my throws were zeros because I threw bad throws.
So zero's bad. What's good?
right. What is it? Third place?
5.5 is a really good throw.
What about
What's top
the
throw?
yeah, like the points for the third place, second. You said you had those points
Oh,
as a reference.
no, I didn't get those scores. But I think first place got 29 points.
and
And
2 rounds.
And your total was what?
9,
12.
12. Okay.
Okay.
Bad math, Simon.
Bad man. I thought you said 4 and
6.5 and 5.5.
Next time you
Oh,
tell this
6
story, start with the number system so people know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I only had 3 registered throws that got points out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 throws. Only 3 of them got us
Yeah.
points.
Yep, you're
still
right.
good.
So that's my fault.
Well, Frisbee's fault too.
I mean, but still, I should have thrown it better. There was a slight
Yeah.
breeze, not enough to blame.
But the thing is,
I hated
it's
that frisbee.
easy to go. Yeah, but the frisbee. That's what I'm saying. Like the frisbee seems like something that they give away to you free when you're in a parking lot and they're giving
It
shit
did.
away to
It
kids.
did. Yeah.
It was that kind of a thing
This
where
is-
I'm like,
it's
oh, I
cheap.
used to, really cheap.
Right.
I used to throw frisbees that they have mid-range frisbees
How-
that are like 10 times better than this thing.
How
Yeah.
many people are at this event? Like, so
lot.
somebody has to buy these frisbees. So of course they're going
I'm
cheap.
thinking they're getting
Yeah.
them fucking free, though.
Let you bring your own
Yeah, well,
Frisbee.
Well, they get,
Well, then of
Well,
I
course
that's
wish
they're
why.
they
cheap.
would. I wish they would.
Because it's not a real competition. There's no reward.
But
there's
people
no,
take it kind of seriously. I think the first place guy, he came in from like Greenville or something.
It's true, but the thing is, if you're entering the competition, I agree with him now on this. Good
Yeah,
one.
it should be dog and owners like.
So
preference.
yeah, it should be their
I agree.
preference. Yeah,
I would have loved
I'm on
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you got that person that can't afford a good frisbee,
There's that.
Then you give them that,
then you let them use a good one.
or you give them the shitty one because you didn't bring it. But if you're there
Worst
to
case.
enter your dog into a frisbee catching,
Yeah.
chances are you got a frisbee for your dog.
Yeah, I mean frisbee. This entry level for frisbee's not real high as far as money.
Right.
Talking what, $20 for a good frisbee?
A
Sure.
good frisbee is probably 20, 25, yeah.
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 Maybe even 35.
And if you can't afford that, you
That's
shouldn't
nice
have a dog.
frisbee.
That's okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
We'll be
dogs
back
are
next
expensive.
year. We'll be back next year.
Yeah.
It was fun though. At the end of the day, it was my fault.
A lot of booing. I was booing a lot.
At the dog.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Boo, Emily,
There wasn't
boo.
a lot of like we felt obligated to clap. So many people didn't, but you kind of in the beginning, nobody was clapping for like the very first dog. That's
Yeah.
like because the dog didn't suck, but the throws weren't good and the dog wasn't connecting. So I don't. There might not have been one catch.
Yeah.
And everyone's just quiet, like we're waiting for something good to happen to clap.
Yeah,
and then
nobody-
the announcer's like, "Hey, let's give her some encouragement." And it was,
So it's
whatever.
fake.
Yep.
Would you guess there was probably 40 entries? Somewhere in that realm, I think, total.
Maybe, but
40
it looked like there
contestants?
was it looked
Maybe
like
something
there
like
was
that.
200, 300 people there with a lot of dogs
Oh,
too
for
that
sure.
weren't in it. That would just everyone brought their dogs.
Yeah. Which was
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had dogs that were good, and like Emily's good. She you could
She's
hold
in
her
the
own.
good category.
But then there were dogs that like wouldn't come back to their owner like right away, like
Yeah.
at all.
They got a cab.
Yeah, then they wouldn't give the frisbee back.
Like the catches
Yeah.
that frisbee. Let me try that again. Catch it. The catches that Emily made.
Yeah.
Like the ones that she got, were they impressive?
Yeah, they were fine. Like I got a 0.5 added to 2 of my 3 throws, so
So
she
if-
had all 4 paws off
If
the
the
ground.
so
Yeah.
if the ones that she did connect, if
Yeah.
you did it, if you threw it right every time,
Yeah,
she would have got a pretty good score.
she might have won.
She probably would have won.
Yeah.
Oh well, actually, we don't know. We don't know what.
Are there
the-
points
Oh,
given for the
I think they were
dogs?
around 29. Might have got first place.
When the-
29. Okay.
When the dog comes back to you, like, is that a point?
No, but
So
I
that
mean,
doesn't factor in at
It's
all.
got to come back to you. Like,
Okay.
the dog doesn't have to start with you either. The dog can run out and wait. Like, that's not a rule.
Okay, gotcha.
The first throw, you both have to be like right at the line
Okay.
to start it off. But after that, the dog can stay out, bring it back, stay out there, whatever.
All right. Doesn't matter, just as long as they catch the frisbee.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be
gotcha.
awkward if like you do it again,
Yeah.
but they want Emily, but not you in the team.
Who's they?
The dog people.
Yeah.
The contest.
The
They're
dog
like,
people, right?
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
they not?
Oh, you're
allow-
welcome back, Emily.
Yeah, you're good at catching.
Mr.
You got-
Duralius.
You got to lose this guy. He's holding you back.
Sorry.
We got you a nice spot in the audience over here, sir.
I thought about asking my buddy Ethan, a musician buddy. He's really good at disc golf and
Throwing cheap
have
frisbees.
having him-
Throwing?
yeah.
Yeah, getting a ringer in there.
There you
But
go.
I don't like
Yeah,
the
form a
idea of it.
team.
I don't like it.
No, it's
No,
you.
you
and
should.
Emily.
It's me and Abs.
Yeah.
You
We
shouldn't
usually-
feel. You're a team. Yeah, you shouldn't feel bad because you screwed the pooch
And
horribly.
That afternoon, Saturday afternoon, we went out to the field down by the river, and we were just crushing it for a good 45 minutes.
With
She
the
was
cheap
happy, I
frisbee?
bet.
Huh?
With the cheap frisbee?
With no, her favorite, the one that's a little bit softer, but I can still get a good launch on. The one I usually use for her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Yep.
worse than a light frisbee, man.
Ugh.
What is she a chupacabra? What breed is she?
That's it.
Chupacabra.
Well, they were saying, I don't remember what I wrote on the thing.
Plot
but
hound?
a Whippet Hound mix
Whippet hound.
is what I would have to guess.
All right.
And they said plot hound. I believe they think they called
might
her
have.
for that
I
with
mean,
whippet too in it.
yeah.
But I'm just saying plot hound. I don't
Probably
know.
plot hound.
She's a
Whippet.
snaggletooth whippet.
Snaggletooth Whippet.
She's got the funniest teeth.
She
I
does.
love it. I love her face. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yep.
She's a good dumpling.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I wonder if Aztecia got any good picks.
She did.
She
She
did.
sent me some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She, Aztecia came to my house that night because we had bad movie night. And she
Yeah.
was showing
Oh,
me
nice.
some photos.
Yeah.
They were cute. Emily looked very happy.
She was happy girl, but then when the 60 seconds is done, she's like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Why-
yeah, we just
why
started.
would we stop right now?
And now she's got to watch other dogs go after a frisbee. That's got to be torture.
And you
It
couldn't
wasn't,
blame
apparently.
any of these other dogs for like running off. You go with all that stimulation going
Oh, yeah.
around.
That
Couldn't believe
was-
there was more barking.
Yeah, me too. I guess it was just like dog rule. They were doing dog things. They just kind of like adjust to it. But like it was fun seeing some of the dogs, and Emily included, because there were so many people around the field that when she'd get it, obviously if she was focused on the disc or getting it, when coming back, she'd like look both ways, like at all the people, all the
Right,
dogs,
yeah. It's
like
what's going on?
almost.
And probably one out of like 6 dogs was like, would go look off and be like, oh, I'm going to go that way. Or I'm going to catch it, then keep on going. Because I saw something while I was looking at this frisbee over there. And it's funny. Everyone's just laughing at it.
It was fun.
It was good.
Yeah. Till next year,
Yeah, pretty weather.
So next year is going to be the exact same frisbee.
probably.
So can you just stock up on those and practice?
You did see someone that
I
was
did.
using one that was absolutely not that.
Not. Yep.
So maybe this is it. As long as you're using a Hyperflight one and not the cheap ass, like go to the next one. I bet you that other person said, I'm not going to throw that. That's a thin ass thing. I can't do that. I have my other Hyperflight that's a better one. It looked
Yeah.
the same.
I could have pulled out one of my hyper flights that was
I bet you could have.
that I practiced with for 2 weeks.
You should do that next
All
time.
right.
you go.
Well,
I'm gonna
I'm
cheat
not
it.
saying I'm cheating.
Hey, what are they going to do? Take away the prize that I'm giving you?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. I think you should try to get it overturned if that guy was one of the winners. Cause a big stink.
Oh, that'd be good.
It
Controversy.
wasn't. It was some lady that I
Oh, he didn't even win.
saw throwing like an all black disc.
It was
and I
all
like,
black.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not
He pointed it out
not
to me.
official. 'Cause
But
they
no,
only
we
had
could
2 colors that they were giving out.
take it down. Next year's supposed to be the 30th anniversary. Fuck that.
Yep.
Let's die on the 29th anniversary.
Let's- yeah,
This
and let's-
barking.
We
Bring the whole
start
thing
picket,
down.
we'll picket it and everything. Let's make a big old stink about
Yep.
this.
And then we
Not fair.
start our own one. First annual, not shitty,
Neebs,
cheating, Neebs.
Neebs in the park.
Whatever frisbee you want.
Yep, Neebs barks in the park.
Festival.
Neebs barks in the park. It'll be bark in the parking lot. We'll call it.
The barking lot.
Yep.
Bark in the barking lot. That would be nice.
Got to be a grass parking lot, but we'll find it.
No, we'll make them run on the gravel. We'll make them run on the asphalt.
Oh my
the
God.
Blacktop. It's good because it grinds down their nails.
Yeah.
It is good. Win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Do you trim Emily's nails?
I usually have her sitter do it.
Okay.
I recently had to trim Poppy's nails for the first time, and I ran across luckily like
Did
the
you
month
Dremel it?
before. No, I got the little cutters, but she was like, man, a couple of times it happened 2 nights in a row. It's like I had to cut her dew claw nail.
Yeah.
It was getting caught when she was scratching it in the middle of the night. It was getting caught in her hair. She had a little bit of a knot in
She
her
got all
hair or
stuck?
whatever. So then I was waking up in the middle of the night with her crying. Oh, like with a loud pitch. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I finally got it out, and then I was like, oh God, her nail got caught in there. I'm like, oh, that's kind of long. And then it happened again, and I'm like, I gotta clip it. But I was scared to hurt her because
Clipped off the whole dew
Can
claw.
you see through? Are her nails transparent enough that you can tell where to cut?
they're black. I would just go. I
Just
knew
barely do it?
how long they were exactly, and I'd just
Yeah.
go back little by little until I knew. Until at least I thought, okay, at least this
Until
is
she
much better.
screams.
Until
Yeah,
she
that's
bled.
when you stop.
Yeah.
When they bleed, that's when you stop.
That's
Yeah,
when you-
exactly.
No, that's not true. I had my groomer fucking made her bleed on all of her toes,
Oh my
all of her
God.
nails except for
hell?
one.
Dang.
She was
Drunk?
no, she was I come to find out really
was
shitty at her job and
Interrogator.
and she was really pissed off at like everything. She's like, your dog wouldn't stop moving, so blah blah. I'm like, don't cut her nails then.
It
That's
reminds
what you do. You don't cut her nails.
Yeah, it reminds me of my. I'm pretty sure I brought up my old barber. Rest in peace. He heroin took him, but when he was at his worst, before he passed, he apparently like he had. It was like an emergency situation where this groom getting married that day came in for a cut. I don't know what happened with this regular guy. Who knows? But he ends up at my old barber's place, and my barber came in probably all fucked up and cut his neck significantly.
Oh God.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
day of a wedding.
Oh boy.
I've got some life advice.
Don't see a barber who's a heroin addict.
Don't get your hair cut the day of an event.
That too.
Or even a week. Like if I got something coming up at least a week, if not 2 weeks before the event,
Yeah.
the haircut.
Give it a nice trim up.
But you want that fresh.
But no, because I always like my haircut like a day or two after.
Day or two.
Yeah.
I think the day or two is perfect.
Yeah,
But
it starts filling
Did
in
he
a
kind
little
of
more.
want to shave? Because I would get a shave the day of
It
my
was on
wedding,
the
you
the
know?
neck portion of the bar. You know what I mean?
Oh,
hot
so-
towel coming after.
Oh, it
I think it
was.
was.
Yeah,
It was
I think it was
that.
just cleaning the neck part, as far as I gathered,
Yeah.
and got in there a good bit.
It's
I
your-
guess it was significant.
God. Oh.
Must have been. Oh.
And that fucker's that's gonna bleed.
Yeah.
Those,
Now all your wedding photos, you're all patched up. God, that sucks.
and it's probably stinging.
Probably. You can Photoshop that out.
Yeah, it's easy to Photoshop,
Yeah.
but just just
Still
shitty.
annoying.
Annoying.
It's like you're anyone who sees you're facing the pastor. So everyone gets to see your old nasty looking scar or band-aid you got back there.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff.
Yeah,
Great.
super good.
Just a couple quick notes about us. We had the hurricane mostly in western North Carolina.
Yeah.
We're on the East Coast, so all good here. I have family in the West Coast. They're all safe. I
You
saw some
finally
people
just got
asking.
to talk to your mom. So
Yeah, I just talked to her today. Like, her phones have been out since the storm, which was, what, a week, 2 weeks ago? And
Man, that's
so,
crazy.
so now, yeah, I got to speak to her. She was able to message me, so I knew she was okay.
yeah.
I didn't see the footage. Someone was telling me, yeah, man, it was so crazy. It was a giant metal industrial building. So giant, I don't know how giant it was. Apparently it was big enough, though, that had all the AC units were like still on the roof type of a thing.
Mhm.
And then it was going down a freaking, what was now a river.
The whole building was going.
Jeez.
And then it ran into a telephone pole, and the telephone pole just split the metal building in half.
Oh God.
Just, this was just something that somebody described to me, and I'm like, I can't imagine.
Now there's several YouTubers that live out there. Like one guy, he drove as far as he could to Chimney Rock, and he got out of his car and he walked the rest of the way. And it's probably just a 20-minute video of
Yeah,
him
I saw that one.
going into Chimney Rock. But it's crazy. Like the road's completely destroyed for the
Yeah.
most part. And he's
Yeah.
just like walking on chunks of like road that's left.
It's really great having people there on the ground.
Yeah.
Just showing you just kind of an uncut, just here's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long it's going to take.
Yeah, but
to get this
he had to
shit.
walk miles to get in there. It's gonna take a while. We were talking about what a chunk of I-40 is out. That's
Yeah.
gonna take
It's going to be at least a year.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Yeah.
yeah, that's a big vein.
Be nice to have a drone up there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure people have.
There's
yeah,
probably a
gotten
bunch.
through it.
Oh, you have no.
There should be a lot of live ones that are on YouTube right now that are showing us what's going on too.
assessing roads
Yeah,
and
well, that's
stuff.
if they have the internet. You said your mom did have internet, but I wonder how many
Well, she didn't
places
at first.
don't.
She does
She didn't
now.
have- oh, okay.
It came
got
back before their phone came back because a lot of people still have landlines up there.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess for quite a bit. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of rainfall though. It's like, what,
Yeah.
45 inches in some places. Like that's nuts.
Yeah.
And
ton
as
of rain.
we are today, hope we have no idea how that other storm.
No, Milton.
Right.
Yeah,
It's already ruined my vacation.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I was
I
supposed
know,
to
that's
fly.
the most important
I'm
thing.
supposed to fly to Tampa in 2 days, but it looks like it ain't gonna happen.
No, because it's supposed to hit in 3 days, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be out of there by the time I have to fly, but I'm sure the airport's not going to be open. I'm sure the infrastructure is going to be damaged, but we'll
Yeah.
see. You never know.
Yeah, let's hope everyone who, I mean, apparently the governor's like, if you're being told to evacuate and you don't evacuate, you're going to die. Now that seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, when they say that, we've heard that before too.
Oh,
but
really?
saying, look, if you don't leave and we have to rescue you, you're putting our rescue people in danger.
Well, that
Yeah,
makes
which
sense.
is fair. It's
That
like,
makes
hey,
sense.
if you're in an
Oh,
evacuation area and you get in trouble, like we can't come and get you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just really hard for a lot of people to leave.
It is.
Yeah.
You know,
It
Okay,
is.
well,
But if you can
A
go,
lot of people, it's like it's a Florida thing, but yeah, a lot of people in Florida get stubborn about it. They're
Yeah.
just like, it's another fucking hurricane, and I
Yeah.
get it. It's
Yeah.
like you've been through enough. You're just like, whatever. It's another one.
and we've been through a lot.
yeah, that mindset exists here
But
as
if-
well. Obviously,
Yeah.
If a 4 is coming,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm going.
Cat 4 or 5, I'm the fuck out. Even a cat
Yeah,
3, I'm
3.
like, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If,
1
if,
and 2, all right, I can put up with that.
if 3 is flying by, and you go, and we're not getting the eye, and we know that whatever way it's turning is going to make it a little easier for us. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're getting hit and dead on, like, nah, fuck that.
I'll have a barbecue in it too.
Right, 2
You
is
know,
a keg party.
Two,
Like, fucking
two,
let's go.
two, like a 1.
Yeah.
Say, okay, what do you
Now
do?
we've had
Like,
some
this is a
hurricane
1.
parties, which I think were 2s.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like
I
when
think
we,
they were.
remember when we used to
Some
when
2s could be better.
Oh, for
we'd
sure.
all meet out at the warehouse
Yeah.
and we would like have sleep. Like we'd have, because we had this huge room
Yeah,
which was carpeted, and it was like we used to do stunts and all this other stuff
Yeah.
in there. And we just all brought sleeping bags and camped out and
Drank,
danced out in the rain.
yep.
Had fun, man. I
did.
remember I did my first keg stand during a hurricane.
Yeah.
It was like the Cat 1. It was like I lived in these apartments, and like everyone just gathered at the pool that day, and we were drinking, having a good time doing keg stands. I was like,
Keg
I did my
stands.
first keg stand.
There you go.
Fun. It sucked. The hurricanes used to suck when I worked in news because that was you have to go to the news station and be there for 24 to 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Just go wall to wall coverage. Just like the weather guy gets up there and starts talking, and we just don't shut off.
And it's the last place you want to be during a hurricane.
Yeah, the news station.
Were people drinking?
Well,
No.
Should have been.
If you had booze and Coke or just
A lot
Coke,
of cocaine.
Yeah.
yeah.
that would've
well,
worked
my,
out better for
my
you.
wife's the opposite because she loves it.
she loves
she-
Coke.
Loves Coke. She was in radio for, I don't know, 10,
Right.
20 years.
Yeah.
So she used to cover that stuff.
Yeah.
And she loved the energy of it, like checking all the reports, keeping people informed, because there was a lot of local information too, like
Yep.
go here's the evacuation places, and here's
She
the
was a
food.
huge voice in this town.
Oh, yeah.
It's also a very helpful position to be in. People they need to be told what's going on,
Yeah.
and
then
they want to
after,
hear it from someone like her too, because she was also just kind of soothing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's comforting in a way. Like
Comforting.
we're spoiled. We're spoiled to even like to know these things are fucking coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandmother used to tell a story of a hurricane hit because she was like a school teacher, and they got up that day. Oh, it's a little cloudy out. They went to school, and the winds just kept picking up and picking up, picking up. It was a damn Cat 5 hurricane,
yeah.
but they had no idea. Next thing, like
Surprise.
they have all the kids in the basement of the school. My grandmother like looks out and sees like a barn rolling by, and she was scared for her life.
Yeah.
But it's like nowadays we see it coming. It's like we
Yeah.
have that evacuation.
All they had
option.
was the Farmer's Almanac.
right. It was like, yeah. My bones are aching today.
The chickens didn't let me know.
Be a bad year.
yeah. Oh.
But let me say this about Western Carolina. If you can help out any of
Yes.
the organizations there, please do it. And if you have plans or had plans to go there and your cabin or hotel is still in operation, don't cancel because they need that business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't visited there, and think about it because they're definitely going to need, these restaurants are taking a big hit.
Yeah. Oh,
Hotels are
yeah.
taking a big hit.
Yeah.
Yep. They need those tourism bucks to start flowing back.
And it's
Yep.
amazing up there. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
is. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
fucking beautiful.
So
Minus the road being out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So on that note, is that a
Yes.
good note?
That's
Yes.
a great
Great
note.
note.
That's
Yeah.
a great note.
It's a good note.
Thanks
Good
for
out
being
note.
here.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. See you next time.
Bye, y'all.